You bought her flowers, took her on trips, paid her bills, and still shelved. Why? Because women aren't loyal to favors. They're loyal to feelings. You can give her the world, but if you don't make her feel something, she trade you for a man who does nothing but sparks chaos in her soul. She's not loyal to your effort. She's loyal to the emotional high you give her. Mystery, tension, presence, not the dinner, not text, not the ring. Control Herman, not her schedule. Speak to her soul, not her checklist. Because once the thrill is gone, so is she. Remember, she doesn't stay for what you do. She stays for how you make her feel when you do nothing. Stoic men know this. Now your efforts don't matter as much as you think do too. Follow for more. Perfect. Here's the full long-form YouTube video script for one. The harsh truth. She's not loyal to your effort. She's loyal to emotion. You can give her everything, your time, your money, your heart, and still lose her. Why? Because most men fall into a silent trap. They believe that women stay loyal to effort, to kindness, to what you do. But women aren't wired that way, not deeply. A woman's loyalty is not secured through logic, it's triggered by emotion. And emotion doesn't respond to logic, it responds to impact. She doesn't replay her gifts in her head at night, she plays the feeling you gave her in the unforgettable moment when you looked at her without saying a word. And she felt like you saw through her entire soul. It's brutal, but it's true. A man can do everything right. Show up, be supportive, be consistent, be giving. But if he fails to stir something visceral in her, she will drift. Not out of cruelty, but because she's no longer moved. Women crave emotional gravity. They're drawn to what pulls at them, what stirs, rattles, intrigues, or mystifies them. And it's not always the one thing women are truly loyal to the guy who does that. Sometimes it's the man who doesn't need her. The one who doesn't give her the answers she's begging for. The one who walks away and means it because emotion, not comfort, drives female loyalty. She may say she wants stability. She may even believe it. But the truth is women are emotionally loyal. And that's why sometimes you'll see her chasing a man who gives her nothing but silence. Because that silence created more emotion than your 1,000 kind words. Here's what Stoicism teaches. Detach from results. Let go of the belief that your effort equals reward. In a rational world, it would, but romance is notrational. Focus instead on becoming a man who is rooted, calm, grounded, mysterious, powerful in presence, not just in performance. When she feels your presence, when she feels tension and mystery in your unshakable essence, Thetis, when you become unforgettable. So ask yourself, are you trying to impress her or are you moving her? One will exhaust you, the other will change her. 2. Emotional impact is her how emotions override logic and attraction currency, not your consistency. Here's paradox. Consistency makes you dependable, but emotional impact makes you unforgettable. And women don't leave men they can't forget. This is why you'll hear stories of women leaving the man who gave her everything for a guy who barely texts back. Because somewhere in the chaos of that unpredictable man, her emotions were on fire, her heart raced, her mind questioned, and her body followed. When a man becomes predictable, he becomes emotionally invisible. It's not that being reliable is bad, it's that being emotionally flat is forgettable. Let's go deeper. When a woman bonds with a man, she stores memories not in logical order, but in emotional waves. She remembers the highs, the tension, the laughs that shook her chest, the silence that made her nervous, the unknown. So if your entire relationship is built on routine comfort and constant validation, she'll respect you, but she won't obsess over you. Now, does this mean you should play games? Number games are for boys. But a stoic man doesn't beg for connection. Hugh had high-value men focus on instead create space for it. He created emotional tension by being calm in the storm, by being unbothered when she disses him, by knowing his worth even when she's unsure of hers. Think about this. When she sends a cold text and you don't flinch. When she pulls back and you don't. Chase. When she tries to provoke and you give her silence, no tanger. That's emotional mastery, and that mastery is rare. That's why it makes you stand out. It's not about withholding affection. It's about being intentional, powerful, unshakable. Woman's loyalty isn't to the nicest man. It's to the man who leaves a mark in her emotional landscape. Stoicism trains you to stop reacting and start resonating, to feel everything but shouting unnecessary to her. That silence is deafening. That stillness addictive because it gives her room to feel, to chase, to crave, but less available, more impactful, less reactive, more grounded. That's not power of emotional impact over material gifts manipulation. That's attraction on a deeper level. 3. The only thing women are truly loyal to, how you make them feel about themselves. Now, here's deepest layer. Women are not loyal to you. They are loyal to how they feel about themselves when they are around you. This is where most men get it painfully wrong. They think if I treat her like a queen, she stay. But the question isn't how you treat her. It shows she feels when she's around you. Does she feel feminine, desired, mysterious, inspired? Or does she feel like she's being babysat by a man desperate for approval? Women are emotional creatures, but even more they are self-referencing. They reflect who they become in your presence. If she feels bored, she'll blame you. If she feels powerful, she'll add that feeling to you. If she feels more alive, more curious, more seductive around you, she won't want to leave. And here's the key. It's not about doing things for her. It's about being a man who awakens parts of her that no one else can reach. That doesn't come from gifts or compliments or constant attention. It comes from presence, depth, command, contrast. You must be the storm and the calm. The man who listens deeply but isn't afraid to walk away. The man who desires her boot Stoic mindset. Control what you are, not what you do. Doesn't need her. The man who sees her but also sees through her. That kind often isn't easy to find. Which is why when a woman meets him, she remembers and she returns. Remember this. Her loyalty isn't bought, it's awakened. Not with effort, but with essence. You don't need to become someone else. You need to return to who you were before the world told you to please her. That's Stoicism in love. That's the quiet power that drives women wild. So now you know the truth. It's not the dinners, not terraces, not the long texts or midnight calls. It's the feeling a woman stays where her emotions are stirred. She stays with the man who makes her feel seen, not just served. She's loyal not to the man who gives the most, but to one who makes her feel the deepest. And that power isn't in what you do. It's in who you are when you stop final thoughts and call to awaken your true masculine fremacazing and start embodying. So ask yourself, are you trying to impress her? Or are you awakening something in her that no one else dares to touch? Don't the man who gives everything and is forgotten. Be the man who gives presents and is unforgettable. If this video opened your eyes, drop a heart in the comments so I know you're just a nice guy. You're a stoic one. Subscribe, like, and share this with a brother who needs to stop begging and start becoming. Stay sharp, stay stoic.